No. The Okay. I was actually talking about the 24 cylinder model, an extraordinary feat of engineering, by the way. Where there are smaller models, but there's really no point in doing so. I'm talking about the space-based antimatter-driven turbine network. I was supposed to be involved with it, wireless electricity relay nodes, um, and so forward. How? Well, I mean, obviously, an internal combustion style engine uh, driven by positrons on a matter antimatter reaction. And a fuel injection rod would endogenously summon the antimatter and also well, beforehand would summon the uh, regular matter. I would use H1, protium, and positrons would obviously be the best choice for the matter-antimatter reaction, endogenously summoned by a fuel injection rod. What did the puck? I was talking about a realistic conditioner. Why you just simply have to, I guess, bear with me on the subject of the situation as I explain the concept of a realistic conditioner, you see. Um, that's a fuel injection rod for a positronic antimatter engine. QAnon. Am I like supposed to work my way up to do this? You want me to like go to a state college and like ass around with a bunch of pieces of shit, know nothings, like pieces of shit that want to shit on me about this and right now writing thing bullshit with me about what the fuck? You want to fucking goddamn debate whether or not the greats are the writing thing, and even if they are, I'm also a writing thing. Then therefore, I must be lower than them. I'm like, no, actually, here's the thing, dude. I'm the beast. Okay. Okay. Uh. Ha! But how does a realistic conditioner work? Okay, dude. You make yourself a field apparatus. I would recommend electromagnetism for the subject of the situation because it's adequate. But you make yourself a nice apparatus, and within the apparatus, you forge a force apparatus. Uh, we would call it a force field, but so in say more common layman nomenclature, but you would create yourself a force apparatus naturally. Within the force apparatus, you would summon kinetic radar waves and energeticize them to a state of activity that instigates the release, or rather, not necessarily what I would call release, but the transfer of positive energy from the activity of the kinetic radar waves. What would be considered to be a kinetic radar waves? Why, any waveform that is kinetic in its properties, and the ones that are best suited for the subject of the situation, quite fucking naturally, asshole. Let's see. How do we do that? Well, most likely with a radar beacon, which I can miniaturize and, of course, work to be endogenous to the fuel injection rod. Obviously, uh, mitigated by the computer, which is also endogenous to the engine itself. Because I happen to be aware that in tropic conditions, once you reach a state of maximum entropy in an environment, then give takes place, and the condensation of energy eventually leads to the shall we say, the particleization of energy, and further condensation leads to particle evolution. It's the basic concept of thermodynamics, of course. Um, uh, if anybody is able to build the antimatter engine just from that, somehow I do not necessarily believe you can. However, I can. And I'm kind of like wondering why you want me to go to a state college and claw my way up through Cornell University to do that. I'm kind of like telling you to come down and like just enable me to do it. However, I'm no longer interested in doing it. I'm more interested now in just being made a penguin. Is that is that well understood, dude?